So it's, but it's enough money to probably help you fix your facade, or buy an extra cart, or maybe buy a refrigerator, whatever you might be able to do with it. So this upcoming year, we're probably going to increase the pot to about $200,000. But again, you got to go through Beltline Business Ventures, you got to graduate, and now you have an opportunity to qualify for this pitch competition. In addition to that, we have a program called Business Facade Improvement Program, where we are giving grants to small businesses to help improve the facade. And we do it in partnership with local artists. So any artists here? And, yeah? Right. So we're pairing small business and artists to improve the facade of local small business owners across different parts of the Beltline. So again, a facade program is something that we offer to small businesses. In addition to that, maybe about 6 months ago, we launched a program called the Local Developer Incentive Fund. Okay? And just hear me out here. This may sound a little, why are we incentivizing developers? But we are indeed incentivizing developers. We put a $2 million fund in the market. We ask local developers to apply for the fund if they have development projects in the pipeline and they're willing to make affordable spaces for local small businesses. They need to be of a certain discount. They need to be designed in a particular way, and then we'll give you a grant in order to make those affordable spaces ready for small businesses. What we found is that as a small business, you don't necessarily have the connection with contractors, the time to manage contractors. So we're saying let developers do that on behalf of the small business owner. We'll give them a grant. But the least that they offer to you as a small business owner need to be at a level that is affordable.
Yes.
Okay? And I know the next question is, well, what is affordable? So we're figuring that out. Affordable need to be at a certain cost that whether or not you're a food and beverage business or a retailer, you're able to thrive and continue to have a sustainable business. So affordability might look very different for you, Ms. D, as a food and beverage business than it might look like for a retailer or for someone that's just looking for an office space. So I cannot sit here and tell you, well, affordability is $20 a square foot of a property or $30. I can't say that. We have to work through that. So we created a consortium, Beltline Commercial Affordability Consortium, to work through all of those details, and eventually we will land on a definition of affordability, similar to how housing has housing affordability. We will have a definition for commercial affordability. I mean, we're doing the hard work. So I promise you, we've taken a lot of heat, but over the last 5 years, with Clyde Higgs as our CEO, we have doubled down on our commitment to serve the people of Atlanta with the Beltline as an infrastructure project, but more importantly, as an economic mobility catalyst. And so we want to make sure that each and every one of you have the information to make good decisions and see the Beltline as part of your vision as an entrepreneur. I know I'm taking up a lot of time. Where's
No, that's good. So this is a subsidy program specific to Beltline property developments.
Yeah, it has to be Beltline. And so we launched this $2 million. We have a 30-something projects applied, and we're gonna give out about 6 grants, and we already have it earmarked. So probably this is gonna be the pilot. Probably gonna have another round at some point in the future. A couple quick.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, a couple. Kelsey's here. That's my boss there. That's my buddy. A couple of quick additional programs. So, Ms. D, and the program that not Ms. D, but Myrna Fuller. I love you so much, Myrna. The work that you're doing and your commitment to the community.
Yes.
Is, let's give a hand to Myrna. Commercial corridors, in my opinion, and I've done quite a bit of work up in New York City, with government, and so to be able to work alongside commercial corridors, like you guys are the anchors of commercial districts around the city. And so we saw the value, and so we have a project manager and a portfolio within the Beltline called Commercial District Support. Last year we gave out $500,000, or maybe a year and a half ago, to commercial district organizations like the West End Merchants Coalition and Sweet Harbor and some of the others, and we say, let us help you build your capacity. What types of programs are you looking to build within your commercial districts? And so that's an example of how we're supporting the work of our commercial districts. So can I take 2 minutes and talk World Cup really quickly?
Please.
So World Cup is coming. We believe that as visitors come to Atlanta, they're going to be looking for a easy, accessible way outside of a car to experience different neighborhoods, right? We believe that the Beltline presents the most practical way for visitors to experience Atlanta. By the time World Cup comes around, 17 of the 22 miles of the Beltline Trail will be completed and accessible. Okay, so east side, all the way from Pond City Market, all the way up to Piedmont Park, will connect all the way over to this west side. And I promise you, this is the best side. Okay, we'll figure that out in terms of affordability. We'll solve a lot of what we missed on the east side. We'll solve for that over here. Okay, so World Cup arrives. We want to put on a Beltline Fest at our 356 University Avenue property, which is adjacent to 352 University, which is the Pittsburgh Yards property, the NIA building, if you're familiar with that. Beltline owns about 14 acres of land adjacent to that property. But we're going to work with the Annie E. Casey Foundation and create this sort of campus experience for Beltline Fest. It might be 2 major events. We'll pick one of those dates that Kelsey mentioned, and we are going to create a family-friendly, community-driven atmosphere at the Pittsburgh Yards community for local residents and small businesses like yourself. Now, there are going to be opportunities for pop-ups. There are going to be opportunities for food trucks. There's going to be a fun, friendly vibe at Beltline Fest. Okay, the dates haven't been finalized yet. We're working through a lot of details. Okay, so that's going to be an opportunity for businesses to apply to become one of those businesses that will pop up at Beltline Fest. There are going to be limited slots. You're going to have to curate an experience that is authentic. So not every business that apply will get into Beltline Fest. Okay, so I'm going to say that up front. We also have Beltline Marketplace, where we have shipping containers on the Beltlines. If you haven't seen it, those are opportunities for small businesses to apply. It's another conversation. But right around each shipping container location, going to be more pop-up opportunities, right? So again, another opportunity for you to pop up legally. Because vending on the Beltline is not permitted. Okay? Would we be able to enforce everyone? No, but it's going to create a really poor taste in the experience for visitors if you have just any and every one.
Right.
And if it gets to that point, then it becomes a safety hazard, and then law enforcement will get involved. And that's not who we are as Atlantans, right? We want to ensure that it's organized, we look crisp, we look and we represent who we are as a city. So we're going to create opportunities at Beltline Fest, and we're going to have opportunities around Beltline Marketplace containers for more pop-ups. So look out for more information on that. And I just want to say one thing. This work is hard. Oftentimes you look at the Beltline and it's like, why the Beltline not doing that? Because there are so much restrictions on how we curate these programs, how we use taxpayer dollars, TAD, in order to bring these to life. We have an incredible leadership. Clyde Higgs is the helm. We have an incredible team within economic development that's working on your behalf every single day. And we partner with Invest Atlanta. We partner with Showcase. Rob is over here from Invest Atlanta. They're just tremendous opportunities, but I promise you, we can do more. And I encourage you to hold us accountable as city officials to do better and to work harder on your behalf. But on the Beltline, we are doubling down on efforts, and I wanted to make sure I come out here to celebrate each and every one of you, to eat some of these food. I haven't tasted yet. I'm gonna head over there in a minute. But just let you know that Beltline is your project, and we're gonna do everything we can to create access to opportunities. We won't be able to help everyone, And yes, prices are escalating in some areas, but we've purchased properties around the Beltline. And eventually, what we're gonna begin to do as we develop those properties, make spaces available that are affordable in a permanent fashion. So lots more to come. I know I've been speaking probably for 10, 15 minutes, but I just really, 20,
Yeah,
right? But I just
great.
really wanted to make sure that you guys know what's happening.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Any
Yes,
questions that you
yes.
guys have, I'm gonna hang around for the next 20 minutes or so. Any questions right now?
Kelvin from the Beltline, y'all.
All right, thank you.
Look, y'all can find them. I'm gonna turn this back on. Look at you. Yeah, got a question.
Question?
The breakfast that's happening next Thursday, we can find that on the website.
Yes, but if you go on the website, you're probably gonna see that you're not able to register because it's at capacity. But show up anyway. Just in Kelvin tell me to come.
Exactly.
And just show up.
I'll be there too.
Kelsey,
I'll be
Kelsey
there.
there.
We saw Kelsey yesterday.
She's everywhere.
So, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all received that information. I do
Yeah.
have a little closing before we go back to Ms. D's program. I took it over. I'm sorry. But showcaseatlanta.com.
Yes.
I want you to get familiar with that. That's where information about World Cup. Then basically I'm telling you like, hey, these are the games. You can be familiar. You can always look it up yourself. Go to the FIFA World Cup at Atlanta. You can see the schedule and everything. But you can also notice that there are other games that are going on too that you can show and you can specialize for your business and engage with. It doesn't have to be what's happening in the backyard. But also there are events that we have going on our website. I want you to get used to looking at those events because if you're saying, hey, I have a restaurant or I have a business and I need a POS system because I've been using my phone and doing Cash App or whatever case may be. Listen, nothing is Cash App, but we have an event on April 7th with Square. The location currently is Pullman Yards. It's happening on April 7th from 10 to 1 o'clock. And Square's gonna be there doing some cool activations and whatnot. But listen, hey, if you need a POS system, if you got a POS system, you're like, I'm ready to get rid of this mess. You know, every time the wind blows, my POS goes out. I don't know, but they'll be there. They'll be signing up people on the spot. They'll be giving out free equipment. They're doing all the things to say, hey, how do I engage with the businesses in Atlanta? Now I'm gonna brag for a second about myself. Square has an office here over there by Ponce City Market, but they don't have a marketing program. You don't see anything about Square in Atlanta right now. Because Square is in New York, they're in Arizona, they're in Chicago, they're in LA, they're not in Atlanta. And I
Wow.
called the DEI director and I called her boss and I said, where y'all at? Why y'all not here? Atlanta I want to see one more time the mayor post how many businesses start in the city of Atlanta, how many minority businesses start in the city of Atlanta, and a company like Square not be here for that.
Wow.
And she said, you're right, what you need?
Wow.
I said, I need you to come to the city of Atlanta on a date that we pick, and they just give out some free stuff. And she said, got it, whatever you need, I got it. How much money do you need for it? I said, $14,000. She said, all right, cool. I said, dang, I should ask for more.
Right.
14 was like, it's the budget I had. I was like, I should ask for like 40, 50.
Right, right.
She said yes to 14 so fast, I was so pissed. You know, once you say you can't
That's
go back in
right.
seconds.
You got to start high.
That's a big one that's happening on April 7th. But if you go on our website, you'll see that we have other events like March 19th, Verizon, and there's a guy talking about AI. I know somebody talked about AI and using AI tools to kind of automate things. You'll see the event that's happening on March 19th with that. You can show up to these events. There's registration. Register, show up. I want to pack it out. I told Ms. D, she said 2. I said I need 80. We got 30. I'm good with 30. You know, 30. If it was 40 people here, I'd be sweating right now. You know, but these are events that are on there. They're not just come, hang out, drink stuff. It's like information. There's people that's going to be there talking about tools and resources to help you, not just for World Cup, but World Cup and beyond. Again, there's more things coming to Atlanta. Atlanta's only going to get bigger. We had a 30-year surge from the Olympics that happened in '96 to now. You saw how fast the city has grown, how many cranes have come through, how many opportunities. The Beltline wasn't a thing. You know, imagine what would happen 30 years from now. So let's take this opportunity and not just wait for it, just run with it. I'm not talking no more.
Okay. He said what?
Crashing picture like this.
Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Yes. Okay.